hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. You know what? Let me see. I'm going to look at the chat so I can, oh my gosh, I love seeing everyone from everywhere. Hello from England. Hello from New Jersey. Hello from Sacramento. I don't know why Sacramento got me so excited, but anyway. Hello from Washington. I love you too. It's so, oh, I see some familiar faces. Hello, Steph. It's so lovely to see you. We have several thousand people on the call, so I appreciate you letting me know where you're from. I'm glad that I can see you and that we're all here. So thank you. At some point, I'm going to be turning off the chat function, but you can talk amongst yourselves. But I'm going to be turning off the chat so that I can focus, right? So I am so excited. I have been wanting to share this kind of information with you for years. And it's finally time. It's really, really time to empower ourselves as empaths, as extrasensory beings. We're so needed now. You're so needed now. So my guides have really been urging me to step up into my power more so that I can help empower you. So that's where we are now. And this is it. We're ready. So, before we begin, first of all, hello. It's just so great to have you all here. I'm going to turn my chat off now so that I'm not distracted. Oh, well, you know what? Oh, you can just, actually, I'm going to turn it on real quick again. You can see or hear me okay, correct? Just let me know if you can see and hear me okay. And I'm on the full screen now. I'm seeing a lot of, you know what? I think we're just waiting for, I have my cell phone here because I don't know if you know Jess, our Chief Happiness Officer. She's going to be giving me secret messages here. So to make sure, because we have so many people on this with us, it takes a long time for the scrolls to happen. So it's okay. You can stop now telling me that you can see me. I got the message loud and clear that you can see and hear me okay. So hello and welcome to Reclaim Your Superpowers. Your sensitivity is a gift. I am so, so excited. This is an extraordinary time for us as empaths to be leaders, to empower ourselves, to step into our power. And what I'm going to share with you today is tools that are going to help you really be the most embodied, extraordinary, empowered empath you were born to be. And I just want to make clear, you don't need to be an empath to enjoy this, to benefit from this. You don't need to identify as an HSP. If you're drawn to this work, if you're drawn to me, if you're drawn to this event, there's a reason you're here. You are divinely guided in every step. And if there's something that you need right now, then that's why you're here. And I'm delighted, I'm overjoyed, I'm over the moon to share this with you. Now, because you are a multisensory, extrasensory being, and we all learn in different ways, we are going to be doing a healing, but I'm also going to be teaching you. So because we all experience information and energy differently, I do have some slides. So I'm going to share my screen. That's what I was practicing right when I came on here. So I'm going to share the screen here, and come on, tech gods and goddesses, you've got us, right? So Here we go. And I'm going to share that. And then we're going to go here. And hopefully everything's good. I'm checking. I see Jess typing things out. I can't actually see anything but what's happening on these slides here. Great. Okay, so you can see the screen and you can see me in the little corner, hopefully. Okay, great. All right, so welcome to Reclaim Your Superpower. Your sensitivity is a gift. And by the end of this journey together, you are going to realize just how blessed you are to be so sensitive and to have this extraordinary gift. You are an extraordinary being. So just some basics here before we really get into this. This is your sacred time. So please turn off your distractions, your phones, anything in the background. Get into a nice, quiet, sacred space. If you are somewhat sensitive, you're probably an overgiver and have a bazillion responsibilities to other people. So this is your time. Claim it, honor yourself, and stay present. This is going to be approximately 90 minutes. It is recorded and we're going to go over a lot. So I don't want you to worry about, did I get everything? Relax. I've got you. This is recorded. Take in what you can, experience the healing, and just enjoy yourself, okay? I want to share a little bit about me and who I am. Some of you actually don't even know me. So hello, new people, and hello, people who've been with me for years, some people even decades. Because for over 20 years, almost 25 years, I have been a professional psychic and energy healer. Some of you know me from my numerology and astrology videos. And you know, in those videos, I always give these action steps because I'm always about practical steps. It's this information that is out there now. It's hard to integrate sometimes. And I love to help people integrate. And you may know me as a happiness coach. And you probably don't know that I was definitely the opposite of what anyone would have called a happiness coach for most of my life. Although I was very, very, very good at presenting happy. My energy, however, was definitely not that. So I used to suffer from all the things. And when I say that, I mean everything. I came out, I started right out of the gate, a very sensitive, extra sensitive, very ethereal type of child. I was always interested, even as far back as I remember, past lives, spirit guides. As a very, very, very young child, I used to talk about like what happens before we're born and after we die, totally normal stuff. And I didn't grow up in like a hippie family that did yoga and taught me meditation. That was definitely not how I grew up. I grew up in the Bronx in kind of like a tough neighborhood and kind of a rough family, and a lot of bullying, a lot of teasing. And I was, it was always that like, you're too sensitive. And so I learned from a very early age to reject myself, to abandon myself, because that's what I was experiencing in the world. And for many years, for most of my young life, I was chronically ill with mysterious illnesses. And I was so anxious and so depressed. Again, I presented happy, but I was very depressed. Nervous breakdown, psychotic split, all the things. But I was so anxious that people had trouble being around me because I made them anxious. And I used to think bad luck followed me everywhere, and underemployed, poor, all the things, right? And so I really tapped into my psychic gifts in my 20s. It like really just downloaded to me, and it was so overflowing in my energy. It was like trying not to sneeze, right? So I developed my psychic abilities and did readings for people. And through that journey, I rediscovered how to ground myself, how to be in my body, how to heal. I developed a very deep language with my inner wisdom and my inner knowing and my guides. And I had to learn energy techniques. I had to learn how to manage my energy. And I learned it through my guides. I learned it from my own inner wisdom. And I learned it on this journey of exploring energy healing. And so here I am now, a completely different person on the inside, because now I feel the way I used to present. I feel happy. I feel love. I experience joy. And I am so grateful that I am this extrasensory empathic being. And trust me, that was not how I felt at all. So because I'm telling you this, because whatever you're going through now, I know that you have guides that are helping you, that you have an inner wisdom that is so strong and so profound, and you have gifts. And your journey of reclaiming those gifts and transforming your challenges into the gifts. This is the wounded healer energy. What are your greatest wounds become your greatest gifts, because you're strengthened from within. So I promise you, whatever you are going through or what you've been through, you've got this. You have a superpower. Whether you're tapping into it or not, you've got this. And so I want to help you. So you have everything within you that you need to transform your challenges into your strengths. I promise you. So what are we going to experience in this masterclass in healing? I'm going to share with you how you are hardwired for emotional intelligence and profound intuition, and why your sensitivities can feel like a curse before you know how to manage them, why you take on energy from other people, why you're overwhelmed, why you feel oversensitive, and more importantly, what you can do about it, and how to transform your challenges into strengths. I'm going to teach you, share with you tools that you can feel protected, positive, radiant, confident in any environment. And I'm going to share with you a guided healing for energetic protection. And at the end of this, I'm going to share with you a unique opportunity where you can mentor with me. And I'm so thrilled about it. So make sure you stay till the end, because I've never done anything like this before. So as a happiness coach, people always ask me, what is the key to happiness? Your key to happiness is to be yourself. You're an extrasensory being. I guarantee you there's parts of you that you've been denying, rejecting, abandoning, because empaths, HSPs, intuitives, very small percent of the population. And so we're, as energetic beings, as human beings, we seek to be accepted by the group. It's our primal energy. We seek to be affirmed and appreciated. So guarantee there's been a part of you that's learned to reject or deny or abandon your greatest resource, but you can reclaim it, I promise you. Because your sensitivity is your superpower, in case I didn't make that clear. And so when you reclaim your inner gifts, that's when you thrive. And you are going to love being an extrasensory being. I promise you, it's fun. It is great. And it is like having a superpower. It is having a superpower, because you can connect so deeply to your intuition in a way that other people can only dream of. And yes, you can relearn this. You can remember this. So I use these terms: HSP, highly sensitive person, sensitive, empath. So here are some ways to know. They're slightly different in their definitions. HSP was coined by Elaine Ahrens, who wrote this book about being an HSP. Here are some ways to know if you are a highly sensitive person. You have a sensitive nervous system, and takes you a while to wind down. You're a depth processor, which means, you really don't like small talk. You can't really it's not good for you to have small talk. And you need to really, because you're taking in more information, you need to give yourself time to take in more information. And you process that information on a very deep level. So, so Jess had a note for me that, so I was looking at that. So you also can feel very overstimulated by your environment. So bright lights and noise, shopping malls, busy places, crowds, especially those fluorescent lights and things like that. It can really like, or if you're going to a place that's playing like music too loud, it can really overstimulate you. Again, small talk can drain you. And you really need time alone to recharge because you are picking up more information from your finely tuned nervous system. So that's an HSP. You're an empath. Now you can be both. They're not mutually exclusive. You're often both. So an empath is someone who really picks up energy around them from people and places. Like, you know how people feel. You really get a sense of what's going on underneath how people are sharing themselves with you. You get a sense of what's going on underneath there. You can walk into a room and feel the energy there, feel what's happened there. Get the vibe from it. You get really strong vibes from people and places. So in that sense, because you have extra sensory, you're picking up more information. You can feel overwhelmed by the world. And so when people tell you, just let things roll off your back, just forget about it, don't let it bother you. It's like, that's not how you roll. You don't let things roll off your back, because you have a different back than people. Your back is more fine-tuned. You have a very sensitive way of processing things. So you have to move things through you in a different way. And you probably have an energy, because empaths are natural healers, where people come to you for support and comfort. And you have an energy that people just really know they can trust you. And in that sense, you also know when other people are lying. And you may or may not have had ailments that are mysterious, that, or maybe not so mysterious, but because we're not taught to manage our very finely tuned energy, it can manifest as health issues. So that's one way that you may know that you're an empath. And that's also one clue as to a result of you not knowing as much how to manage your energy. And that's why I want to teach you this. So let's talk about your energy anatomy. So, because I'm talking about energy here, right? So obviously we have our physical being, your spiritual being having a human experience. And so you may have heard about chakras, be familiar with that term. You may or may not know what they are, or they're used so loosely now. It's probably worth explaining again as well. So your chakras are the energy centers. Chakra means wheel. These wheels of energy that are spinning, they are located along the base of your spine, and your 7 chakras located above your head. And we have at least 12 chakras, but the 7 major chakras that are referenced are your 3 upper chakras, which connect you to the spiritual realm. They connect you to the divine guidance, to spirit, to your guides, to a sense of trust and knowing in the greater aspects of the universe. And then you have your lower chakras, which are more related to the physical and material world. Those are your lower 3. And then your heart is in the center. And your heart is a conduit between heaven and earth. That's why You should always listen to your heart, because your heart is receiving information from the divine, and it's also gathering and processing information from your physical being in the material world. So, and they all work together in this beautiful, balanced system. Now, your aura relates to your chakra. So, your aura is this energy field around you. So, the way I like to picture this is how the earth has an ozone layer, right? It's like a boundary around the earth that needs to be protected, right? We absolutely need to protect the ozone layer of the earth. And it's not like an impenetrable boundary. However, it's a protective layer. So energy can move in and out of your aura. Your aura changes shape and size. You can move it in or out. You're probably doing this unconsciously or subconsciously. Your aura comfortably is around 3 feet around you. And it relates to your chakras because each one of these chakras processes different types of information. We're going to go over that in just a moment. And so your aura is picking up information from your environment, and that's going into your chakras, which are your energy centers that process information that goes to your brain. This happens instantly. Goes into your brain, sends a message to your brain, hey, this is what's happening here. And then your brain will send another thoughts, feelings, biochemical responses that are energetic imprints that go back into your aura. So you're interpenetrating with the world all the time through the energy of your aura. Now, your aura, ideally, like the ozone, should be strong, radiant, clear. Your chakras, ideally, should be balanced. So you're picking up this information all the time, in and out from your aura. So an empath's aura is more sensitive. As a baby in the womb, you are an extra sense. That's how we process information. We don't really have we're not really out in the world. So we're just really tuning into all these sensory aspects of ourselves. So you were more finely attuned, right? That's how your soul chose to be in your body. So you pick up more information from your environment and from other people. Just imagine you have extra feelers, extra little antenna, all or like spidey senses all throughout your aura. You have these extra senses, extra antenna that are picking up information in all of your senses. You're an extra sensory being. And oftentimes your aura can extend farther and wider. And that's not always a good thing. That could be a maladaptive stress response. I'm going to talk about that in a moment, because what I want to share with you here is that empaths are naturally gifted at fine-tunedly processing information. However, that doesn't mean that you're meant to be a sponge for other people's energy. It doesn't mean you have to pick up on people's energy unconsciously. It doesn't mean that you need to have your aura polluted by other people's energy. You learned that as a stress response. So I'm going to share that with you now. But first, I want to talk to you about your mind. It's also hardwired a little bit differently, or a lot differently. You know, I saw this, YouTube suggested this video about, because obviously, like, I look at all the things empathic as well online. And so YouTube suggested, they thought it might be fun for me to see like what a psychopath's brain is like. So psychopaths have no compassion. That little thing is not firing in their brain. You, on the other hand, have a very active, compassion center in your brain. Your mind is different. You are literally hardwired differently. Researchers have discovered this mirror neuron network system, which is a specialized group of brain cells that are responsible for compassion. So you can actually mirror other people's emotions in this part of your brain. You can sometimes feel their emotions or their physical pain. You are literally hardwired for healing. Now, again, this is a gift. This doesn't mean you need to suffer, but it does mean that you need to understand yourself, because for some reason, we're not taught this in school. Or because also, I don't know where we're taught this. So that's why I'm teaching this to you now. So we're, a lot of people don't know this. We grow up to be like, I am, part of the patriarchy. My brain needs to be logic all the time and not pay attention to my feelings. So anyway, so that's what we're taught. And so we need to relearn how to be in our power. So that's, again, what I'm sharing with you now. So let's look at these lower three chakras, because this is what we're going to talk about today. So empaths probably think that all intuitions, the upper chakras, and that is great. Actually, if you think of like a tree, right? You need to be rooted, grounded, secure. Because what would happen to a tree or a plant or a flower if it wasn't rooted properly, didn't get the proper nourishment before it blossoms, before those leaves grow? Any wind could knock over any plant or tree that's not rooted properly, right? So your empathic wisdom is actually very much in your lower chakras. That's why you have gut feelings. That's why you have knowings, these feelings, these gut instincts. These are lower chakra intuitions. So let's talk about your root chakra. This is it's at the base of your spine, and it's called the root chakra because this is how you root as an energetic being. Now, we're in a different brain wave from the ages of 0 to 7. And that's when we're being programmed. That's when we pick up. Our brain is like more sensitive to the information around us. And so you're observing everything from that time. And so the root chakra is associated with tribe, community, group energy. I read somewhere that the original wound is being different, because we're energetically hardwired as infants even to connect and feel supported and protected by the people in our environment, the systems in our environment. And so if you are, as this extrasensory, which all infants are extrasensory, right? But you came in probably more so. And you are picking up in your environment that you're not the same, or that the people around you aren't completely attentive, or maybe there's alcoholism or depression. You can have very loving parents, but you pick up on some kind of depression, or that they're maybe not fully conscious. Whatever it is, as an extrasensory being, if you pick up in your environment that you're not completely safe, protected, and belong, then you don't fully ground into your body. You don't fully root into the earth. And so this root chakra is going to be seeking validation outside of yourself, into all the groups. This is as you grow up. You're going to be seeking this external validation because you are not firmly rooted in yourself, in your body. And I hear so many empaths be like, this world is so cruel. I just want to leave. This is ironic, because you chose to be here and you chose to be an empath because you're needed and you're extraordinary. And yet, if you're not fully grounded in your body, life feels so much more difficult. You're not getting the nourishment from the earth that you need. You're not getting nourishment of feeling connected, protected. This is going to affect money, security, health, everything. And so it's so important for you. This is why I'm always like, I start everything about grounding. It's a daily practice. And as you learn to ground, so instead of, empaths, when they're like, I want to leave the planet, the more you want to leave the planet, the harder it's going to be. If you say, I'm meant to be here, I'm going to fully be in my body on this planet, I deserve to be here, that's already going to start to heal you. So let's go up to, then we have our sacral chakra, which is, and by the way, I hope you can still hear and see me. So I just want to make sure I'm talking. I can't even see or hear anything on the screen except for myself. So I'm just hoping that you can still see or hear me. So let's look at our sacral chakra. So that is located beneath your navel. Again, these are along the spine. It resonates with this beautiful orange color. And this sacral chakra is about joy, sensuality, sexuality, creativity, nurturing, emotions, flow. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it's really our joy center. And so if you're not getting this nourishment from your root chakra and you're not grounded in your body, this center gets no nurturing, no nourishment. And so you can feel you don't really process your emotions. You can disconnect from your emotions, from your body. You can disconnect from joy and creativity. And what happens here, because this is a nurturing center, also, if you reject yourself, this is where you can harbor shame and guilt. And so this is when, because you're abandoning yourself, you're not really inhabiting these chakras, you start to, this is when, if you're not embodying these, then you start to care for other people. This is that people pleaser energy, because you're needing validation, you're needing acceptance. And then you look outside of yourself because this chakra is needing nourishment. And you say, well, if I take care of you, you will love me. If I need to be needed, if you like me, I'll be accepted. And then you start to take on emotions that don't belong to you. So this is when you get into overgiving, this is when you become a sponge for other people's energy, but it doesn't need to be this way. Again, as you nourish these lower chakras, you can embody these energies and you can nurture yourself. You can feel joy, sensuality, free yourself of guilt and shame. And so then we get into the solar plexus, which is it's in the center of your, right beneath your rib cage. It's a sun. That's why it's called a solar plexus. It's a sun right inside of you that's radiating. Now, this solar plexus is actually, it's like the bodyguard of your energy field. If you have a very strong and radiant solar plexus, it tells like negative energy, energetically, back off. This is my space. So this is where you claim your space. This is where you allow yourself to take up space. This is your center of self-esteem and confidence and radiance, right? This is the radiant part of you. So as these other lower chakras are nourished, you can nourish your self-esteem. You can radiate in the world. And when you are shining from within and radiating confidence, joy, positivity, and having healthy energetic boundaries, then you attract positive people and places and situations to you. However, if this is shrunken, and a lot of times we do shrink up our aura, because if you were told you're too sensitive, if you're told there's something wrong with you, if you got attention that was not positive, there was that part of you that just wants to hide. So you can shrink up your aura, and you can be like, well, I'm just going to be here, and I don't necessarily want to be noticed, because that means that you're going to think I'm weird or whatever. I'll get criticism. Also, what happens if you don't have a strong solar plexus? And by the way, please comment on this if any of this is resonating for you. I'll look at those comments later, but I'd love to know what's resonating for you, how this is, how you feel with this. And by the way, I always ask, what do you feel about that? How does that feel to you? I don't always say, how does that think? Because again, that's part of this thing that we're taught not to feel. I want to help you remember how to feel, because you can feel good. So if you don't have a healthy solar plexus, you will be seeking external validation, and you're going to be lacking these boundaries. And you can also start cording your energy, unhealthy cords of attachment into material things or ways to be validated in a way that isn't coming from within. So here's what you learned about yourself. If you weren't properly grounded, if you weren't properly validated, if something in your environment, because again, this is our whole system. Even if you had the most loving, healthy, positive parents and environment, our whole way of being in this world right now is teaching us that you're wrong. So, I mean, how many times do you say, well, how does that feel? Like if you're in a work meeting, do you say, well, my intuition's telling me this, or this is how I feel about this? We're ridiculed for that, right? But we're the smart ones, because we have this emotional intelligence. So what you may have learned about yourself, and probably did to some extent, and again, feel free to comment. And also, I want to make sure that you're still there. So, because again, I'm talking into the screen, so I want to make sure you're still with me. So what you learned about yourself is that it's not safe for you. Again, some or all of these things. That you're not safe in your body. That your emotions are overwhelming for yourself or others. You may have learned that it's painful being you, that you have to pretend you're someone else, and that you may be, because you're different, you're less worthy. And that if you hide, you won't be criticized. Perhaps you learn that attention equals discomfort. So, and by the way, Jess, if you can tell me periodically that you can still see and hear me, that would be great, because I can't see the chat right now. Okay. I just want to make sure, because you never know. We did pray to the tech gods and goddesses, but I just want to make sure. So you may have learned that there's something wrong with you. Again, even if you had the perfect environment growing up, this society, the way we're taught, is not conducive to this. So you need to learn a whole other way of being, so that you're not shrinking up your aura, that you don't subconsciously live in shame, that you learn to feel your emotions instead of reject or abandon your emotions. Instead of disconnecting from your body, you reconnect to your body. And instead of pleasing other people at your expense, being an overgiver, that you honor your needs first. And that you don't need to absorb other people's energy in order for you to have this incredible extrasensory ability. And that you don't second guess yourself. Because when you are in tune with your feelings, your intuition, your empathic gifts, you are confident, because you have all the tools, these intuitive tools, this intuitive clarity that's so beyond what other people can validate for you. Now, I know this is a lot. This is a lot. So you may be wondering, why would I choose this? Because if you've been in this spiritual community for any amount of time, you are probably familiar with the idea that you choose your body, you choose your parents, you choose your environment, you choose your country. Why in the world would you choose to go through that? So as I mentioned, and as I hopefully shared with you in my journey, that your gifts, the things that you're meant to share, the things that you're meant to have the greatest power in, are often what has been your greatest challenge. Again, you're the wounded healer. In overcoming your wound, you learn things from the inside out, from experience, and then your wisdom and knowledge and strength in this is so profound that in overcoming this, that you can now be a healer or be an intuitive or have this immense clarity and have a depth of emotional intelligence that you just can't learn anywhere else. And most importantly, you learned how to love yourself from within. Because if you got a lot of validation, if you were told certain things about yourself, that's outside in energy. You're learning to love your uniqueness, your beautiful, exquisite, extraordinary, unique way of being. You learn how to validate yourself from within. And that is the greatest gift, because that's unshakable. And you have finely tuned intuition. So in doing this, in going through this, because you're sensitive, but you had to go through this journey, that is when you're sensitive and strong. That is when you're resilient. That's when you are firmly rooted, and like a tree in a storm, you're just going to bend and shake off anything that's not serving you. And you are this immense, beautiful being that has extrasensory superpowers. So I hope that I've illustrated for you that you were born to be a light in this world. And so I know it's so hard right now. I mean, it is so hard. We are going through so many challenges. The world seems more cruel every day. There's so much more chaos. And I definitely don't see things getting easier. That's why I'm doing this now. Because you know what? I could shrink up from the world too, and I have. And then my inner guidance says, what is that going to do? If this world is so crazy and so cruel, we're the ones, the empaths, the compassionate people, the intuitives, the healers, the lights. We're the ones that need to step it up. So that's why, thank you for being with me now. Thank you for having the courage to even listen to this. Thank you. You are needed now. You are meant to be a light in the world. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone through any of this. Your gifts are needed now more than ever. And that's why I want to help you reclaim your superpower. Because your sensitivity is a gift from the heavens. You were born this way. And remember, the key to happiness is to be yourself. And you can feel fulfilled and empowered because of your sensitivity, not in spite of it. So I have some, oh yes, and I'd love for you to share what you're experiencing right now as I'm saying this, how you're feeling about your gifts, how you're feeling about yourself as you hear this. How does this resonate with you? Are you like, yes, I'm ready, or no, I'm not ready? It's okay. Either way, I've got you. This is my purpose. to help you reclaim your superpowers. So how do you do that? How do you get grounded and centered and feeling all this? So you need to practice grounding every single day. All of these things that I'm sharing with you now, this isn't like a one and done thing. When we are disconnected from those lower three chakras, especially, we tend to go up and hover up in our higher chakras. Sometimes, I don't know if you know that expression, you're beside yourself. Sometimes your spirit can even be hovering a little bit to one side. You can overthink things. You get trapped in your head. So what's happening is energy is coming into your body and up into your brain. And then if you're rejecting yourself, then it's like it's like the circuits get really crossed. So it's so important that you learn to be grounded and centered in your body. And these lower chakras really hold a lot of unprocessed emotions. So as you do that, you need to have some way that you heal these emotions. Tune into your emotions. Tune into your intuition. Make it a way of your everyday life that you're going to tune into your body and ask how you feel. If my intuition is telling me something, it's going to take practice. You're relearning a whole other way of being. So as you enhance your self-esteem, that nourishes your solar plexus, and strengthen and protect your aura every day. You're picking up information and energy in your environment. It's like you want to brush your teeth, you want to take a shower, you don't want to just walk around with other people's energies glammed onto you, right? So strengthen and protect your aura. So I know that it's a lot. So what we're going to do now is healing to repair your energetic boundaries, to strengthen your aura. I'm going to have my eyes closed and I need you to close your eyes. And so I'm actually just going to put a little thing on my screen here so that you are not focusing on me. It's all about you. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to guide you. So please don't be driving doing this, or don't be distracted. Again, this is your sacred time, okay? So close your eyes and get into a nice, calm space. So make sure you can be sitting with your spine straight, your jaw relaxed. Keep your shoulders back and your neck right above your spine. Your feet flat on the floor if you can, or if you're lying down, just relax. Let yourself be supported by me. And let yourself be supported by whatever you're sitting or lying on. This is all about being supported. Good. So if you haven't done so already, close your eyes. And focus on the sensations of your breath. So bring your awareness out of your mind into your body. As you breathe deep into your body. And you're focusing on these physical sensations of your breath. Feel your breath expand your rib cage as you become more and more relaxed. And keep breathing. Slow, deep breaths. As you sink deeper and deeper into your body. With each breath, you become more calm. And with each breath, you become more relaxed. And as you tune into your beautiful body, notice how you feel. And if there's any tension, allow the breath to massage your muscles and any area that needs to be released. Good. Let yourself relax and be supported. Bring your awareness now to the base of your spine. As you bring light and energy here. Make sure your legs are nice and relaxed as you do this. Your feet, if there's any tension, let it go. And keep breathing into the root chakra at the base of your spine, which is being nourished by your breath. And you may feel sensations at the base of your spine as you nourish your root chakra. Good. And now bring your awareness to your pelvis and your hips. And again, let go of any tension in your legs or your feet as you bring your awareness to your hips. There are currents of energy that run down from your hips, down through your legs. And you can feel these channels of energy run down through your legs, into your calves, down through your feet. These currents of energy are running from your hips all the way down through your legs and your feet. And you feel your feet connect with the earth. And you have chakras at the soles of your feet that are now opening up and have roots that grow deep into the earth. And these roots allow you to release unwanted energy through the soles of your feet down into the earth. Good. So breathe in peace and release stress through the soles of your feet. You breathe in love. And exhale unwanted energy down through the soles of your feet. Good. Breathe in. And exhale anything that doesn't belong to you through your feet. As your breath massages every cell in your body. Good. So you're nice and grounded. So now you can bring your awareness to your aura which emanates outside of your body. Around 3 feet around you in all directions is your beautiful auric field surrounded by your auric boundary. Feel into your aura, which is the space between your body and the boundary of your aura, and notice how it feels. If you could put a texture to the feeling of your aura, or just imagine what it would be like, what texture is your aura? How would you describe it? Just notice how it feels. Does your aura feel strong and bright? Radiant and resilient? Does it feel a little fuzzy or jagged? Are there rips or tears anywhere? Just notice. And if nothing comes to you, use your imagination and just imagine. Notice whatever comes to you. Now, outside the boundaries of your aura, there is another layer. A beautiful light body that surrounds your aura. A beautiful layer of pure light. This light envelops you with love, warmth, healing, and protection. Notice how you feel as you are enveloped by this beautiful healing light. Your whole being is wrapped in this spiritual protection. And this light around you is so vibrant, so radiant, and so magnetically strong that it is drawing away any unwanted energies. This light is magnetizing any lower vibrations from you. It is drawing from you any energy that you picked up from other people. Let it go. It does not belong to you. Any energy from your environment that you picked up and is weighing you down, let this light draw this energy from you. This light is magnetizing all unwanted emotions, thought forms, and particles. Anything that is not serving you. Any beliefs about yourself that you're not worthy, that you're undesirable, that you don't belong. Let it go. Let the light take it from you. It isn't yours. These beliefs, feelings, they don't belong in your energy. You can let them go. As the light is drawing away these false belief systems and any expectations from other people that is not serving your highest and best, any of those expectations, let those go. This light is taking it from you and imbuing you with radiance and confidence, love, joy, and protection. Any burdens that are weighing you down, let them lift off your shoulders. Let them lift off your energy field so you can feel light. This is so beautiful. You're doing so great. And keep breathing. As you breathe in this weightlessness, this feeling of being light. And breathe into your solar plexus. Now, you're going to call back those parts of yourself that are scattered outside of you. You're going to collect yourself so that you are fully present, fully embodied, whole and complete. So as you breathe in, go deeper in your body as you exhale. Good. So if there are parts of your consciousness that are still connected to your work, your business, your employment, your career, your computer, imagine unplugging from that energy, unplug from that now. As you call those parts of yourself back to yourself, back through the light, to be purified and back in your body, filling up your core. Good. If you are consciously connected to any loved ones through worry or fear, unplug from their energy. You can still stay connected through love. Unplug and call your energy back. Call your power back to you, to your core. Good. And if there's any of your energy scattered anywhere else in the world, call back your consciousness. Call it back to you. And unplug from the chaos and drama of the world. Unplug from that energy and call that energy to your core, back to your center. Now call back your energy in all directions of time from every corner of the universe. Any thought forms, soul parts, pieces of your consciousness, call them back to you from all directions of time to be purified by the light and brought back to your core, to your center. Good. And feel how nourishing that is for your center, for your solar plexus, for your power, your personal power, your spiritual power. You are a radiant being of light. You are powerful. You are brilliant. You are glorious. You are magnificent. Feel that light from your solar plexus emanate from your core, radiating in all directions, filling your body with light, front and back and all around you. Now filling your aura with light. Fill up your entire aura with light, power, radiance. Good. Now seal up those edges of your aura. Seal them up. Seal your aura up with light. And your aura is so strong, so powerful, so bright, so protected. Only love and positive energy can penetrate your aura. Your light shines well beyond the boundaries of your aura. So just like a light bulb can shine its light beyond the glass, your light shines well beyond the boundaries. Bigger and brighter your light and energy shine so brightly. Your radiance emanates well past the boundaries of your aura. You are a radiant being of light. Now, feel how glorious it is to be in your body. Feel your feet connected to the earth as you ground this energy into the earth. You are present. You are powerful. You are beautiful. You are grounded. Beautiful. Now take another deep cleansing breath. And whenever you are ready, you can open up your eyes. Welcome home. Welcome back. It is so wonderful to be here with you. I can feel this collective energy. So before we go into more information, you're a depth processor. Just allow yourself to feel this energy, to feel what that's like, to be in your body, to be so radiant, to be protected, supported. Take a moment. And if you feel like sharing in the chat, feel free to share in the chat. We're all in this together. We're all here together, supporting each other. And this will give you a moment to process, because I want you to enjoy this energy before moving on. So if you want to write about it, if you just want to write in your journal, if you just want to sit a moment, however you want to take your time enjoying this feeling. Good. So, and again, I'd love to hear what this experience is like for you, because it's a lot of energy. You are learning a new way of being. This is just the beginning. As I mentioned, we're taught one way of being, and what you're doing now is relearning or learning for the first time a whole new way of being. So, daily practices. And it's important that you find community and people to help you with this, because a root chakra energy is all about community, belonging, tribe. It's about being supported. And as you're learning a new way of being, it's helpful to find people to help you, especially if you had to learn how to parent yourself or learn how to get through things yourself, because you're probably taking on so much and you're probably used to doing everything yourself and not being supported. So it's so important that you allow yourself to be supported and that you find ways to be supported. Now, I personally I would love to help you. I would love to be your mentor. And that's why I have been called to create a very unique opportunity for me to be your mentor, for me to teach you how to be extraordinary, empathic, empowered, and embodied as an empath. I want to help you reclaim your empathic gifts, because this is a whole new way of being. So after many years of wanting to do this, finally announcing a mentorship where I'm going to take you under my wing, and for 6 weeks, you and an extraordinary group of empaths, sensitives, or anyone who's called to do this, where I'm going to take you under our wing and we are going to have live, interactive group mentorship together. And it is going to be extraordinary, actually. So I want to share with you what this mentorship's about. I have been honestly wanting to do this for years, and I've been very busy, as you know, creating digital programs and videos. And, you know, in my experience, digital programs can only get you so far, because especially as someone who is empathic and wants to engage with other people because we have this need to connect, this is a live experience. This is a dynamic experience where for 6 weeks, I'm going to teach you how to create healthy boundaries, to claim your space, to shine your light, and to relearn how to be this beautiful empath with superpowers that you were born to be. So by the way, Jess, do we have a button that they can, do we have a button that we can share with them? Because I want to teach you how to become an empowered empath. And so we have a button here where you can learn more about this program. So you can also go to carriesamuels.com/empath-mentorship. But I'm going to share with you what this program is like and there's also a button at the bottom of this screen here. So here's what we're going to do together. And again, this is not just like we have these modules and we're going through this, and then you learn this on, yes, you can learn in your own time. Absolutely. Everything we do and we share is recorded and there for you to keep forever. And you will want to go back and relearn what we learn. However, this is a very engaged, dynamic experience where I am with you and this group of beautiful, extraordinary beings, where we're together for 6 weeks, and I'm going to help you remember how to feel safe in your body and on the planet. Heal yourself from guilt and shame. And we're going to heal a lot of emotions because they're all in there. And in order for you to fully embody as we heal, they're going to be released. So this is a healing program as much as it's an empowerment program. And so in doing so, you're going to learn how to radiate brightly in the world and create boundaries with enhanced self-worth and self-esteem. And we're going to go through energetic boundaries and also real life physical boundaries. And I'm going to help you remember how to be seen and appreciated for who you are, to be seen and heard in positive ways, so you can bring positive people into your life, positive experience. And so you are going to learn, because you are an overgiver and you learned how to give and take on everybody else's energy, you're going to learn how to receive. This is an energetic process as well as a physical process. You're going to learn how to receive more love, money, joy, all the things that you've been hardwired not to receive. You're going to relearn how to do that so that you can thrive in your power. You can feel happy. You can feel joyful. You can love being an empath. You can be intuitive. You can reclaim your intuition. All of these things I'm going to help you remember. And I've been through the whole journey. So this is gaining real, practical, real world skills for your magical being. This is interactive. So here's what we're going to do. So, well, first, we're going to teach you how to tap into your unique spiritual gifts and heal these emotional and energetic blocks that have been keeping you from accessing your power. Now, these are going to happen. So I'm going to be just like similar to what we're doing now, but much more dynamic and interactive, because we're not going to have thousands of people. So we're going to have like a smaller group where I can interact. So it's like a master class, and I'm going to be guiding you through things, and you're going to learn specific tools to channel your sensitivities for relationship harmony, intuitive clarity, and fulfilling your purpose. And so that's 1 day a week. We're going to meet twice a week. The second time we meet, which will be on a Saturday, so the masterclass in healing and guided interactive masterclass is on Tuesdays. And again, if you cannot make these live, it's okay, because everything's recorded and it can still be an interactive experience. We have live group coaching and Q&A sessions. This is very magical. Okay, so this is where I pick people from the group to call upon, and I do intuitive readings for you, for people that I call upon in the group, that I'm guided to call upon, with the intention that the healing and the wisdom that transpires there benefits the whole group. Now, I've done this kind of things in other programs, and it's mind-blowing. It is truly synchronistic. It's magical. I'm actually getting angel bumps talking about it. It's hard to explain, and I'd love for you to experience it. It's just truly like an incredible experience, because also there's a healing and witnessing. And I've done thousands of one-on-one readings. And the reason I went into doing more courses and programs is because I kept saying the same things over and over and over again. You may feel like you're the only one going through something, but you're going through it together. Like a lot of us are going through the same things. That's how come in my videos, when I do my forecast, you're like, why does she sound like she's talking to me? We're all going through the same things together. But this is a very personal experience, these live group coaching and group readings that I do. Now, you can also submit questions ahead of time, and I'll be answering those. So if you can't make it live, that's okay. And there's a private online community. Now, I have to let you know, this is not a Facebook group. I find Facebook so triggering and negative. We actually built a Facebook type of group that's way more beautiful, where you can do the same things and more, where you can post and ask questions. I'm going to be there for this 6 weeks, answering questions in the group as things come up for you. This private online community, it's through a separate app altogether. You do not need to be on social media. You do not need to be triggered in any way. This is it's like this beautiful, like Hogwarts we built for you on a separate platform. We built a whole world for you, a whole universe. This is a place where you can express yourself authentically and be supported and ask questions and go through challenges and be supported. And here's the thing, your root chakra needs community. It is energetic, it's elemental. And that's why this community is so important for you, so that you have a safe space to be yourself. This is always available for you. It's open 24 hours, and it's your place to connect with like-minded and like-hearted souls. So this can all be found on the button below. You can read more about it. You can learn more about it. You can go to carriesamuels.com/empath-mentorship. I'm also going to be guiding you with integration exercises throughout the week, because you're learning a whole new way of being. Now, you see that little Tweety bird on the left there? We have, if you sign up before May 21st, you save $100. And I have to be honest with you, I was told to charge at least 3 times as much for this, but I really, really want everyone to have the opportunity to have this experience with me. I don't know when I'm going to do this again. And because I give you everything I've got, my whole focus is with you. This is an honor. When you sign up with me, I take this very seriously. This is a contract between you and me. And it would be my honor, my joy to mentor you, to take you under my wing, and to help you reclaim your extraordinary gift. So if you are thinking about it, I really urge you to do this now, because honestly, I do not know when I'm going to do this again, and especially for this price. So please, you will get a return on your investment, manifold. We're going to have weekly live masterclasses, weekly live Q&A, and intuitive group readings, integration exercises, private online community that's not Facebook, forever access, and more. I'm so excited about this. Really, I've been wanting to do this for years. And because it really takes so much of my focus, and because I'm with you for so much of this, that I've been waiting for just the right time to share this with you and to offer this to you. The reason I'm doing this is because we really need this in the world right now. We really need you. We really need you to step up your game. So my guides were like, you better do this now because we need more light workers. We need more healers. We need more powerful people. We need more empaths. We need more compassionate people. And that's you. And I'd love to teach you. I mean, I would love to share this with you. And I don't want this to be such a long, arduous journey as it was for me. I love teaching. This is what I was born to do. I'm getting teary talking about it. So I want you to integrate this. So see how I'm verklempt? I'm verklempt because it means a lot to me to have this honor to do this with you. So if you have questions, you can ask us. We went through a lot today. Like you've been like taking a lot of energy, a lot of information. You're a depth processor. So I want you to be able to digest what you need to digest. I'd also love to hear in your comments how you enjoyed this, what this experience was like for you. And if you have questions, there is a question for you. Oh wait, hang on. Jess maybe has. Oh wait, there's a couple of questions. Oh, okay, thank you. It starts June 7th and it's 6 weeks. And again, I know that's like every time's a busy time for everyone. So it's 6 weeks. It starts June 7th. And, if you're traveling, if you're doing whatever, you don't need to do everything live. You do it in your own time. It actually weirdly won't take that much time for you to do this because I'm really good at this. And, when I used to do readings, one-on-one readings, till years ago, people used to say, almost everyone used to say, wow, this is like 10 years of therapy. And that was just with one reading. So this is at least 12 hours of the sessions because they're each, you have 2 sessions a week for 6 weeks. And the community where I'm answering questions, you can still stay engaged. And this is something else. Do you ever when you're thinking about a loved one and then they call or you're just connected to other people energetically? What happens when you engage? The minute you sign up, when you sign up for this, there's an energetic connection and your healing starts the minute you commit to your healing. And I'm energetically committing to your healing as well. So it starts even before we start our session because we become connected that way. And we're in this very safe container with each other. So it's this very exquisite experience where the energy is amplified because it's a collective experience and it's a collective journey and there's an intention. And one of the things my guides have always taught me too is that when you take up a new endeavor, you get guides and healers and angels that come that weren't necessarily always in your life. You get a new set of guides. So this mentorship, this container is an entity in and of itself. So there are already, and I felt these guides protecting us and already creating this energetic container. I've been creating this energetic container. Jess and our team has been creating this energetic container. Hang on, let me stop sharing my screen so I could talk to you a little bit more here. How do I do this? Bear with me. I want to stop sharing. Yeah, so as soon as, oh good, you didn't see me cry then. It was only little. So when we start, this or anything, when you embark upon it, even coming up to this call, you set an intention that you want to change something in your life, you want to heal something, that starts the wheels in motion. So when you sign up for this or anything that you're investing in yourself, it already starts the wheels in motion. So we already have a set of guides and angels that have started this healing. You got that even right on the call. There were guides and angels that came with us. And because this is a community of thousands of people that were on this call, all of our guides and angels were together. And so it's this collective energy that's going to change the world, actually. Not to be dramatic, but this is the energy that we need right now. This is why my guides were telling me that I need to do this now, because we're at a turning point in the world. You're at a turning point in your life. You can't just go on the way you were before. Things are changing. So we're all being called to step it up. I'm being called to step it up, to offer this to you. Like I said, it's a huge commitment. And I'm ready. I'm excited. I want to mentor the next group of healers and empaths and light workers. I'm so ready. I was born for this. This is my purpose, to help you. This is what I went through all that for. It's worth it. I promise you. So you have my commitment to you. You have my commitment. You have our guides are here with us, and you are, the minute you sign up, you are in that beautiful, safe, loving, extraordinary container of extraordinary beings. That's why this mentorship is called Being Extraordinary. There's nothing average about this. There's nothing average about you. So I know what it's like to go through all the things, and I know what it's like to be on the other side. It would be my honor to do this. I'm going to just see if Jess says if there are any questions, but you can also ask questions if you have anything on that on the registration page, carriesamlins.com/empath-mentorship. Let me check it out. How many are allowed to join? Anyone can join. There's no limit, because we could just make it, we need more people being empaths, right? But it doesn't mean it's not a personalized experience. Look, you were on this call with thousands of people, and hopefully you got something out of it. But when we called those people, and I'll be way more interactive. I couldn't be interactive with thousands of people here. I really doubt there'll be thousands of people signing up for this, because I think that would be too big a container. But it's going to be, and I've set the intention, we have just the right amount of people. I trust our guides to give us the exact amount that we need to make it the most positive, empowering space for each other. It will 100% be manageable, and it will definitely be joyous being in a group of people that are all on this journey together. Let's see what else. How many allowed to join? Jess, what else? Is there a 2-pay option? Yes, there is. There is a 2-pay option. So you'll see that right there on the registration page. There's a 2-pay option right there. And yeah, and I made it affordable. Like I said, I was told by almost everybody to make this at least 3 times this price, because of this level of commitment, this level of change, this level of growth. And I don't know when I'm offering this again, and definitely not at this price. So if you can invest in yourself, remember that when you are grounding and in that root chakra, that chakra is associated with money, security, all material things. These lower chakras are associated with the material world. So when you heal and clear and energize those chakras, you are nourishing your ability to receive more opportunities, more money, more all the things. So the ways that you get a return on your investment can be immeasurable. So let me just see. Oh yes, and please, please, please sign up by Saturday if you want to save $100, because the price goes up after that. $100. So if you can, and really, like, don't second guess yourself. You know what you can do? Just really take a moment, go inside your body, ground yourself. You do this after a call, just ground yourself and ask your body, ask yourself. Don't let your monkey mind do that, right? So your intuition's talking to you. If you were drawn here, if you're drawn to me. And I have to say one thing, like empaths like me, we don't really like toot our own horns very much, but I'm really good at this. Like, this is what I was born to do. And you can try reading books and you can try to piece together this like in different ways and different like type of things. If you like my energy, if you're drawn to my energy, let me lift you up. It's like the geese, the geese when they uh, they fly in a V formation because the kind of air that travels in that V formation lifts up the ones behind them. And so that's how that works. So let's be this beautiful flock of geese. And I do love Mother Goose. So I this is what I was born to do. I've been training for this life and probably a lot of other lives. And I love doing this. I love helping you. It would be my honor. It would be my joy. I'm just going to see if there's one more question before enrollment closes May 28th. So yeah, so if you feel like doing it, do it now. And again, I don't know when I'm going to do this again because it's a big commitment. I love you so much. I want to give you a chance to process this, where you can again go to that. There's a link at the bottom of this, and you can go to the page carriesamuels.com/empath mentorship. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to do this. This is over the moon. I'm over the moon. Anyway, I love you so much. And I'm so excited to share this journey with you. Okay, so I'm just going to let you go and process now and sign up and do all the things that you want and need to do. I love you. Bye for now.